Hello everyone, welcome to the Stock Martin channel. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're back, welcome back. I have a great video for you today. We are going to be talking about some EV stocks. As you know, I love EV stocks, but I'm going to give you some good news today, specifically if you're a new investor in stocks. And we're going to be talking about two new companies out there that have a great potential to disrupt the auto industry and the EV market itself. Before we get into this, please, if you can give me the thumbs up, the like button, it'll be shared with the YouTube community. Also, if you are new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, the notification bell. Hit all so you can get all my videos. I did want to thank each and every one of you that subscribed because we are getting very close to that 4,000 subscriber mark. So thank you so much for doing that. And please continue to share this video with others so we can continue to grow our channel. But I did want to talk about the auto industry, specifically the EV market. So we have now for several years had just Tesla out there as the pioneer in electric vehicle market. And it has done very, very well. So Tesla is not just an automaker, it is also a technology company. So it did have the longest range battery life out there out of any vehicles. It did have the longest EPA range of 405 miles on a single charge. Now Tesla was also very innovative as it does have the best autonomous driving out there. So it does have this great technology out there, but we are starting to see this automotive industry starting to get a lot of competition, and this competition is bringing a lot of things in. So I did want to talk about this and where we are going from here. So as you know, the Chinese market right now is the #1 purchaser of electric vehicles out there, and it is starting to be dominated in the Chinese market by the Chinese companies, specifically NIO, XPeng, and Li Auto. So NIO has been doing a great job in the Chinese market, and it does have its own technology as well. The battery change switch stations out there, so it can actually swap out a battery instead of just charging it. So this is great for NIO and in its NIO stock. But I did want to look at other innovation companies out there and where it can be a big disruptor in the EV market. And I do have two very good companies for you that we will be talking about today. And they are going to be changing the landscape in the EV market, in my opinion. But I did want to transition and talk to you about this article. This article is from Auto Evolution, and we will be talking about two American stocks. These two stocks are Rivian and Lucid Motors. So Rivian right now is not available to trade on the market yet, but it will be coming out shortly. But I will be talking to you in the next few slides when it will be coming out. Right now, we do have Lucid Motors that is trading on the stock market as LCID, and we will be talking about this stock shortly. But according to this article, it is titled Rivian and Lucid are ready to drop more than cars. They'll deliver change. So according to this article, these are the biggest two innovative companies that we have just more recently. So with Lucid Motors, the EPA just recently came out and they announced a very big historical moment that they did give the Lucid Air Dream 520-mile range, which is about 837 kilometers on a single charge of battery life. So this is huge because at first we did see that Lucid Motors itself did estimate that it does have an EPA range of 517 miles, but we were very odd, and this did make history because on September 16th, the EPA, the Environmental Protective Agency, did give its official range that was higher than Lucid Motors. It was at 520 miles. So this is great news just in not only for its brand, not only for the Lucid Motor brand, but this is very important worldwide as we are starting to disrupt the technology out there in the EV market. So Tesla was the first one to disrupt the automotive industry by introducing electric vehicle companies. Now we had NIO that did have its innovative technology with the battery swap stations. But now look, we have another competitor out there, Lucid Motors, that has the best battery, the best technology out there in the world. The Lucid Motor battery is a 113 kilowatt battery, and Lucid Motors did make it very efficient by, again, its technology. it did miniaturize its electric motor, its electric inverter, and the charging system of the vehicle. So what this means is that Lucid Motors miniaturized and made the motor, the electric motor, and the battery a lot more less weight, but it does give it a lot more efficiency. It does give it a lot more power. So if you look at the horsepower per weight of the engine for the Lucid motor, it actually outperforms any vehicle out there, including Tesla and the German brands out there such as Audi, Porsche, Volkswagen, and also the American companies out there, Ford and General Motors. So they do have the most efficient electric motor out there, but this is great for the technology, and we should celebrate this in the EV market just because this will be a big game changer in the landscape of the auto industry in the future. So now that we talked about Lucid Motors and its game-changing technology out there, I did want to switch gears, and I wanted to talk about the Rivian. So on September 14th, the CEO of Rivian, which is RJ Scaringe, he did announce that the Rivian R1T, which is its first Rivian truck, they will be delivering these vehicles very shortly, and they are delivering it. They are making in Illinois, and they will be delivering these vehicles very shortly, and they will be delivering in all 50 states. So until recently, that people were taking bets who would deliver their first vehicle truck out there. Would it be Tesla with its Cybertruck, or would it be Rivian? So Rivian is the first electric vehicle truck out there that's coming on the market. And this is huge and important news for the auto industry, and it will be changing the landscaping. So according to this article, just to let you know that Lucid Motors will be delivering the Lucid Air Dream. They will be delivering 577 vehicles, in my opinion, in the next few weeks. I do believe that it will be in October of this year, but according to this article, these two facts show that Lucid Motors and Rivian are not only about to deliver their first vehicles, but they're also dropping change in a landscape that was trusted solely by Tesla for its innovation, energy efficiency, and their desire of products of electric vehicles. So this is a very big news in my opinion, and it is two big companies that are now coming onto the market. And I think this is very good, not only for the electric vehicle company, the Lucid Motors and Rivian, but it's also very important for the EV industry as a whole. So anytime we do have innovation technology out there, it is great for all of us, all the consumers out there, but also retail investors. Now, I did want to talk about the innovation of Rivian. So this is a very innovative company just because they, according to Motor Trend, just its recent review of this vehicle, Motor Trend praised Rivian for its suspension system as its best it's ever tested. So Rivian is not the most energy efficient vehicle, even though it does have a range of over 300 miles on a single charge. But it's very important because it has that off-road use. And its technology is that its suspension system. So Rivian has its world-leading class suspension system. It can lower and raise the vehicle because it does have a wonderful air suspension. And not only this, but Rivian also has the electric motors on each wheel. So that is correct. Rivian does have 4 electronic motors on each axle on each wheel. So it can actually do some tank maneuvers. If you ever get a chance, you can Google this or YouTube it. And this company does have the best off-road technology out there. This vehicle will go everywhere and anywhere just because it has the great traction. Now, when we do look at both of these companies, Rivian and Lucid Motors, they are very new companies. They are both startup companies, and they are starting their vehicles with their flagship vehicles, their EV vehicles. So this is very beneficial for this company, especially that since they are starting with their flagship, their most expensive vehicles, they will have a very nice profit margin. Now, this profit margin is very important so they can get these companies up and starting. So Rivian right now is planning to make 2 additional factories. They are currently having a factory in Illinois, but they are also looking at having one in Europe and also another one in the United States. So they will be able to produce the vehicles that they need and that there is a big demand for. Now, also, I did want to point out that Rivian will be making vehicles for Amazon. Amazon has made a purchase order of 100,000 delivery vehicles for the Amazon company. They will be making through Rivian. Now, Lucid Motors does have a factory right now in Arizona that it is producing its Lucid Air vehicles. They are actually adding on to their current facility right now. They will be adding on 2.7 million square feet to its Arizona company so that they can produce a total of 56,000 vehicles per year. For the year 2022, they do plan on making 20,000 vehicles. Now, Lucid does promise on building a brand new factory in Saudi Arabia, one of its largest investing companies. And the Saudi Arabia plant will be exporting and producing its vehicles for the European market and the Asian market as well. So what I wanted to do now is I wanted to transition and talk to you about these stocks. So we will start with Rivian. Rivian is not trading on the stock market right now, but it did file its SEC, the Security Exchange Commission. It did file its S1 form to get it on the stock market. And it is, according to this article, expecting a valuation of about $70 to $80 billion for its intended stock market debut. According to media sources out there, the company does desire have an IPO date, so it could be trading on the stock market around November 25th of this year, 2021. So this is very good news for us, and I will keep you posted. But whenever we do look at the valuation of Rivian, it is very, very high when you do compare it to other startup companies out there. So Rivian's valuation right now, it is trying to get a valuation of $80 billion. And that will be more than twice of what Lucid Motors' valuation is right now. So Lucid Motors' valuation right now is about $39 billion. So this will be more than twice that of Lucid Motors' valuation. Now, does Rivian have and command this big evaluation? Well, it's kind of early to see, but it does look to me like it is quite high, especially since we have a lot of people out there saying that Lucid Motors has a very high evaluation and it's overvalued. So it will be very interesting how this stock does. The biggest thing and the biggest catalyst that I do see this is if Rivian does get this evaluation, it will make Lucid Motors stock look very, very cheap, which will be very good for its stock as the stock price will go up quite a bit in my opinion. So Rivian does not trade on the stock market yet, so there's really nothing to review in the stock. Now transitioning to the Lucid Motor Group, Lucid did trade the Friday at the end of the day at $22.96. It had a very nice big pop in its stock of 8.5%. It did have a low on Friday as low as $22, but as you can see, we did go up all the way up to $23 and about 36 cents, but we are at that $23 mark. If you have been watching my videos in the past week, I have been saying that I do think that Lucid Motors stock will go up to about that $23 mark, which is its resistance that it has been for quite some time now. If we look in the past 5 days, we have had a very nice increase in this stock of about 13%, but from its lowest point in the last week at $18.78, we have had a very nice increase of 23% in this stock when you look at the lowest point to its highest point that it is right now. So, but when we look in the past 1 month, we are up about 5.8%. And as I mentioned, we did have that resistance of $23, which was from August 24th. But look at this, we are breaking that resistance point. So this is very good news for this stock. I have been mentioning if you can get this stock under $18, which does not happen often, this is a steal of a deal in my opinion. But if you can get this stock under $20, you're getting a really, really good deal. Going back 6 months, as you can see, we are getting a very nice increase from September 1st, which is when we had the big pipe lockup sell-off for the pipe investors. They did sell this off, and we did have a very nice purchase price of below $16 in some cases, but we did increase the stock quite a bit. And as you can see, just in this past 2 weeks, we have gone up 29% in its stock from September 1st till now September 17th, which is a huge increase in its stock, 29% up in 2 weeks. The last time we saw something like this was back in May 13th when the stock was at $17.25. In 2 weeks from here, we did have a 14% increase in its stock from this time. So we are outperforming that since the last bottom that we had, which was back in May 13th. But I did want to share this with you. Look at this huge increase, a huge pop in its stock just in 1 month when we did go from its lowest point on May 13th till this highest point. We were up by 54% just in less than 1 month. I think we are going to see this again. I think we are on this way up, and I think that we will be up more than 50% by the times these deliveries happen, if they start delivering at the beginning of October. But this is very good news. I do see the biggest resistance of that $28, $28, $29 that we have seen. This was back on June 30th, but I do think that once we get these deliveries happen, we won't have any problems going past that big resistance point. I did want to end by talking about the TipRanks stock analyst. And as you can see, there are more analysts coming out there. And now look at this, Lucid Motors is now on a outperform basis, and it is starting to get a very strong buy. So this is great news for this stock. I have been covering it for several months now, and I do very appreciate you watching. But in this stock, if you look back, we were at 3. Then we moved up to a 5. We are now at an 8. So we will be talking about the TipRanks sentiments out there are very positive. There's a lot of positive news out there. Bloggers are pretty neutral out there. This is because there are still a lot of investors out there that do believe that this company is a fraud and that this company does not have a product or a vehicle out there. But I think that in the next few weeks, specifically in October, in the next month or two, you will start seeing a bullish trend on the bloggers and the people out there. But next, I did want to talk about the stock price. So this stock did get reviewed by 3 analysts. They did have 3 analysts review it. 2 gave it a buy, 1 a sell. This does give it a moderate buy for this stock. If we look at the stock price target for the next 12 months, we do see that this is at $23.30. We are at this point actually right now, but I do think that we will have a lot more movement upward. But let me show you that the highest price target, which I definitely agree with, that we can get, and I do think that we can get this by the end of this year easily. I do, in my own personal opinion, do think that we can get this stock by $30 to $35 by the end of this year once the deliveries start coming out. The highest price target was from Bank of America, which was $30. The lowest price target was from Morgan Stanley at $12. When we do average these together, that is about $23 in this stock. But if we do just ignore this low price target, which I really don't think that this stock will go this low, the 2 analysts that we do have is $28 and $30, which would give us our own price target of about $29 from here, which will give you a nice potential in this stock if you look at this stock as being $23 right now. But both of these companies, Lucid Motors and Rivian, are a great company to invest in. But most importantly, I think it is great for the EV market and its disruptive technology. I am very happy to be invested in Lucid Motors. As you know, I have been following this stock for several months now, but I really appreciate you watching my videos and commenting down below. But if you like this video, please give me that thumbs up, the like button. It'll be shared with others around YouTube. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button, that notification bell, hit all so you can get all my videos. But if you can also, please continue to share this video with others so we can get the channels and the subscribers moving. We are at that 4,000 mark, or slowly there at that 4,000 subscriber mark. So I thank you so much for improving this channel. But please comment down below if you would like me to review any other stocks. I do have the viewer choice stocks that I do put out there, and I am trying to get more views out there on other stocks just besides Lucid. But if you have any suggestions or any comments down below, please leave them down below so we can get this channel moving and get even more subscribers and a lot more viewers on other stocks and not just Lucid Motors, which I really do like. But again, thank you so much for watching, and I really appreciate all your support. But thank you, and I can't wait to talk to you on the next one. Thank you.